No.
folks.
Yes.
And we are live.
That's a game face right there.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Changeling the Lost Littlebrook reunion. I am Chris, the Primogen, your storyteller for tonight. And we have a guest with us. Michelle, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Michelle Crystal Light, and I'm going to be playing the best character ever where nothing's going to go wrong.
Totally. I certainly don't have a big binder full of bad stuff right here that's going to happen. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Glad to have you on the show. Super happy that you could join us. You will be on this one and the next episode, I believe. Of course, depending on what happens. We'll see about that.
Oh, boy.
Don't worry about it. You're going to be on the show. Nope.
I get murder faced and I have to come up with a new character,
Rock's
new
falling, character dies.
costuming.
I'm sorry. It just happened. Anyway, so glad to have you here. Trev is unfortunately not able to join us tonight. He's got a cold. Or today. I think I made the same joke last time that for us over here in Europe, it's tonight. But for most of us, stream included, it is midday. But let's do another little introduction for our players. And this time, tell us a little bit more about your character because, just to freshen everyone's minds up. We'll start with the person missing last time, Lars, or Toring.
Hey, I am the Toring. I play Lars. Lars is a wizened, which is one of the types of changeling. He specializes in repairing equipment, building things. He's kind of like tiny little MacGyver.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lars has been so busy with his little hidey hole that he actually didn't remember to check his cell phone last time we played. But he'll be joining the group for tonight's session.
I'm from World War II. I'm still trying to figure this thing out. Sorry, guys.
That's true. It's like, why is this thing making noises? So after Lars, we've got Nova.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Megan. I play Nova. She's a beast. And she's pretty mothy because she was kind of a moth before, and she's still getting over it. And she's a little hot-headed, like just like a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little, but it's fine. It's fine. She's nice. You'll like her.
Perfect, thank you. We'll go on with Jonas.
Hello, I'm Adam, and I'm playing Jonas, a Darkling. And since coming out from Arcadia, or perhaps before that, he's been very paranoid about everything that's going on, who to trust, and if this is even real at all, or just still some kind of illusion. And now we're going back into some mystical world, so he's very, very not excited about that.
Well, you can't always stay on the safe side of the hedge, as they say.
Apparently not.
I mean, it's been like a week. Get over it, right?
Let's get back now.
To the horrible place that tortured you for years.
Once more. That would be fun.
Yeah, this could be awesome. Thank you very much. Let's go with Nate.
Hi, I'm Harry. I play Nate. Nate is a Ferrist, meaning he's a charismatic little guy. He was a statue in Arcadia, so he kind of looks like one. He was in the midst of being transformed when he was changed. So from the waist down, he's gold. From the waist up, he's diamonds. Very sharp and pointy. Don't touch him. But yeah, that's Nate.
That's probably not the most dangerous part about Nate, though.
Oh yeah, he is a little bit trigger happy and has no dice and firearms. So
I would say the term gung ho is very accurate when describing Nate. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking something completely different.
He's able to create a gun from pretty much nothing.
I can pull. My power is I can reach into my pocket and pull out anything I've ever touched as long as it's like size 1.
A very dangerous
you're
power.
the one I was told about.
I have shot Tide once, nearly twice.
Yeah, watch your back around him.
In the front.
Just keep a perimeter.
Well.
Just keep a perimeter
around him. It wasn't through the heart, though, so it's okay.
Well, he's not to blame for that one, though. Anyway, let's go on with Tide. Thank you, Nate.
Tide is an element. Hi, I'm Kitsu. Hello. I play Tide. Tide is an elemental. A water elemental at this point in time, from what we can tell. Can sort of conjure swords and in general use water to their advantage. They also walk around with wet-ish hair, use their hair to store some extra supply of water, which is not very healthy, but apparently that doesn't make them get a cold. And yeah, Tide has been actually pretty chill, pun intended, because since coming back, there's no one trying to actively kill them except for Nate, maybe. But
Nate's not actively trying to kill you, just
I'm not
accidentally.
trying to kill you.
Which is worse, really.
Aside from the general appearance that you can see in the picture, Tide's got like some baggy clothes going on that are probably from the early 2000s or something, that they thought are contemporary, but we all got them at a thrift store, right? So also some shells, like I keep forgetting what they're called to write it down.
Barnacles.
Yes, I'm gonna write it on along the side of their neck.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. I hope the audio is coming through well in the stream. And one little thing before we start, we're not making any announcements for Kickstarters and stuff like that, because the Kickstarter that Onyx Path was running up until a few hours ago, the Cults of the Blood Gods, ended with $150,000, which I believe is one of the highest, if not the highest they've ever had a Kickstarter run. Certainly the highest Vampire 5th edition, because they got two. Amazing job. They were aiming for 30,000, and I do believe that there was a little bit of a wager going on that if they could hit over 2,560 something, there was like some arbitrary number, the creative team would get double the bonus they usually get, double the pay or something like that. So a really good goal that they hit, and I'm super impressed about that. So congrats to everyone at the Onyx Path creative team. Good work, guys. Wow. It's also a very good book. I talked about it with some of the other people at The Beckoning last Sunday, which will be coming up this Sunday on my channel. But enough about that. Let's talk about tonight's session.
I do have an
Small
announcement.
announcement.
Yes, of course. Both of you, but let's start with Michelle. Sorry.
I want to give a huge shout out to Terry for doing the artwork of my character. They got the order to do it on Monday and had it finished by Wednesday.
Amazing work.
Even with the time zone differences, and they were very responsive to emails and took this job extremely well. So I want to give them a huge thank you. I hope they're watching. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's an amazing job. And Toring, you wanted to...
Yes, we were actually asked to promote something, not a Kickstarter this time, but a call for playtesting. Let me pull it up here. Come sail the Blood Sea in this week's Sacred Lands Open Development Playtest at the Onyx Path Publishing blog, featuring Blood Sea Alchemy and the Blood Sea Pirates. So if you are interested in helping to play test a Sacred Lands supplement, go check out their website, and I'm also going to post the link in the Twitch chat.
That is the Onyx Path D&D 5th edition game,
yes,
correctly?
That it is.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I can't believe I missed that, but very good that you caught that, Toring. Thank you. And apparently you can't post links. That's weird. But there should be a Nightbot maybe announcing that. Okay, we'll figure
if
it out.
If you go to the nxpath.com and click on Sacred Lands, it's one of the first links on the page.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, so we'll do a little recap of what happened last episode, and then we'll get started. So last episode started out with everyone essentially congregating at the library. There was a little bit of confusion whether or not the ermine coat had been stolen. Just goes to show that storytellers should be keeping notes. Thankfully, it wasn't crucial to the plot, but you kept it safe. You actually retrieved it from Stick and Trick, the two hobgoblins that had arrived at Littlebrook trying to steal it. However, the crown, the antlered crown that was symbolizing spring, had been stolen. It had been kept by Inkwell, I believe, one of the changelings of Littlebrook, and unfortunately it had been replaced with a facsimile. I got the word right the first time. Thankfully, though, the iron spear, I can't pronounce spear suddenly, was still there, apparently being used as a door stopper, out of all things. but still safe, and is definitely being kept under closer scrutiny for now. Before you guys went off to go chasing hobgoblins in the hedge, Matthew helped conduct a ritual that would bind some of you to your chosen season. Seasons in Changeling the Lost represent not only, of course, a time of the year, but also, in a sense, a state of emotion, like how you are as a person right now, and even more, a state of coping, if you will, like different stages of grief, perhaps. There's anger, there is wanting to forget it, like wanting to drown it with other stimuli. There's curiosity, like wanting to understand it, and there's of course wanting to just forget about it, ignore it. It's not an entirely accurate translation, of course, but it certainly works in this regard. Surprisingly, a lot of our, I was going to say coterie, but that's not what you are, a lot of our changelings were drawn to summer, the season of rage. So we had a few short rituals where we did that. And I think that, Lars, you didn't pick any points in your court, did you? So
No.
No. So you're not part of this ritual right now, but you can put points in it later if you want. But that's what happened, and you were ending the session with trying to figure out where were you guys going to go to find a trod, an entrance into the hedge. Matthew informed you that previously there had been quite a few different trods to travel, but over the years, with Littlebrook being cut off from Fae and from the hedge, these trods eventually faded away, not being used. So that will be the first challenge of today. Now, Lars, you've finally crawled out of your little workshop, and you've received the message and made your way over to the library where everyone is gathered. And if everyone is ready, let's play a storytelling game of Beautiful Madness.
So this thing that they gave me has been buzzing like crazy. What am I supposed to do with this?
It has a few, like when you hold it up, the display turns on and there's a few words, and there's like a lot of little white squares, little message boxes, but it says essentially go to the library is one of the things that you're managed to read on it. It's a little bit difficult to
Yeah, that's what I'm asking when I get there.
So when you get there, yeah, you meet up with the rest of the party. Silas helping Matthew out with something in the background.
Jonas goes to Lars and says, "Yeah, it's a phone that can send message. I'll show you." And he starts like explaining and showing as well as he can this. And when he has shown everything, he just like leans in a bit to Lars and just talks rather quietly while the others are doing other stuff, and tells him the other ones, they swore themselves to some sort of course. They did some rituals, some spirit journey stuff. Do you know anything about that?
No, that's new to me.
Yeah,
like they pledged themselves to one of them, the crazy things.
No, I don't think something else, but yeah, I didn't really understand what it was. It was like one of the seasons. They all pledged themselves to summer, which was like a season of wrath and anger and stuff. But I didn't think it was one of the crazy things. But it sounds like something of the crazy things.
Well, I mean, they have names like that. They have titles like that.
Yeah, I
Well,
I didn't do it myself, but
did Tide do it too?
I got word. Yeah, all of them did it.
I mean,
Matthew said that it would protect
the guy
us.
with the gun, but
yeah, and I don't know. I just wanted to hear your seems like a quite sensible person, I wanted to hear your thoughts about it as well before
We'll-
I'm committed to anything.
We'll just have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, let's do that. Well, yeah. So here's your phone. Try to watch the messages when we try to reach you, please.
Okay, I'll try.
And we head back to the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm. So you join up in the inner part of the library, and Matthew has laid out a map over Littlebrook, and he's marked out essentially the mines, the iron mines or steel mines, with a little X, and the bridge where you folks entered into the city, and also roughly the area where Nova, or as she was Nadine at the time, went with her friends back in the 80s. It's a little bit fuzzy exactly where you guys went, but you know the road. Right, so there are 3 different ways where I believe we may be able to find an entrance into Arcadia. There would be the places where you were taken by the fair folk, and there is of course a place where you entered, although I find it highly unlikely that the entrance is there right now, because all I could detect was a residue, some remnants of glamour that had been used to create this gateway. Of course, things might have changed since then, but I believe that these 2 are your best options.
I think
Where-
Nova's like been pacing back and forth, like angry, and then going back to the map and like, you know, just kind of mumbling in her breath. Yeah, we're going back. This is a really good idea. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. And then going back, and she's like, I mean, I'm not thrilled about going like maybe back to those birch trees. So like, if you want to like just cross that off as a choice right now, just like cross it off. We've got other ones. Let's cross that one off. And then she goes pacing again.
Matthew,
You were taken in the birch trees as well?
Yeah. It was the winter, and we're looking for
What about-
Bigfoot.
What about the rest of you?
I think the birch trees, I mean, I was walking down the road and I kind of zoned out, and then I was in this weird birch forest.
Where exactly were you walking then?
I was walking away from the bar, remember? And
Which bar? The halfway in?
yes, the halfway in.
All right. Well, would you be able to retrace that path?
I think I probably could.
Well, that is a third option then. It's much closer than the others, but it brought you to the birch trees as well. Was there any road, any identifying signs you could say that you would know where you were when you entered?
No, I was walking home. I had a drink at the bar. It was tasted weird. It makes me think that it was something. There was something in it, and I was walking home, and all of a sudden, I was just not where I thought I was.
That is disconcerting. Perhaps when you were taken in the 80s, correct? 1980.
Correct.
80, yeah, or 85, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think currently the owners are 2 brothers. I don't think they have anything to do with Arcadia. They are not changelings, nor are they fey-touched, as they're called. They're just normal human beings. I'm not so sure about their father, but he's not alive anymore. He was a man running the inn in the 80s.
All right.
Well, we need to start somewhere. Where do you want to hold it to a vote, or should we strike the woods out, as Nova is saying?
Well, it seems like that 3 of us, anyway, had some interaction with the birch before we were taken, so that would be the most likely place to get taken again, right?
Mm-hmm.
It certainly seems, from what you've told me, it seems it's fairly close to a road where most of you were taken, and that, I believe, Lars, you mentioned you were taken by Bigfoot, correct?
Yes.
Well, at least
Bigfoot is real?
Yes. And he's an asshole.
Oh,
that certainly seems to imply that there might be poachers and hunters in that area looking for mortals stumbling through the hedge and essentially selling them the market, because that's what they intended for you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what was intended for me.
Jonas, you were taken in the mines, correct?
Yes.
Do you recall what happened at that time?
Yeah, barely. I fell down like a hole or a shaft or something, and a friend was there, and she was going to get help, but she never returned. So I went wandering the the shaft trying to find a way out, and then it was there, waiting for me, luring me in.
I
Uh,
see.
I would rather not try that again. Rather not.
I would suggest trying something else before you try the mines. It's difficult to find your way in there, especially if someone an agenda on you or about you or whatever.
Did
It wasn't good the
did
second
you
time around
went
either.
into the mine? Did you go into the mines as well, Tide?
Yeah, because you were weird since you came back, and I knew something must have happened, and I went looking, I got lost, and things just got down from there. I don't. It's not something you want. It's not somewhere you want to go unless we have a way to navigate them, and I don't think I can get us to the exact place where I got taken. I don't remember.
But were you taken in the mines as well?
I think so.
Yeah,
Seems to me
like
that
seems like a hunting
woods are
ground or something. I don't know.
It might not have been the same place as you, mind you.
Creepy, dark dungeons. I don't know. It seems like all our instincts should be shouting us not to go there, anyways, right?
Well, mine didn't. I mean, I thought you might
Yes.
have been in down there somewhere. I wasn't gonna just like leave you there, right?
Yeah. Thank you, but also I'm sorry that that happened to you because of that.
Nova's listening to this and she's raising her head. She's like, okay, fine. I guess we're going to the woods then. I guess we're going to the woods. I can't ask them to go back to the mines because then I'm the jerk. Pace, 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 pace. I guess we're going to the woods.
I mean, let's be practical. The mines are dangerous. They're old. They're abandoned. The woods they're woods. We should probably just choose the
problem
woods.
at the woods at all, except for me and you and you. But besides that, the woods are great. Pace, pace, pace.
We
pace,
could
pace.
just try to go where Nate was taken, just like pass by. Isn't that the closest part? And then we can go to the woods if nothing happens, I guess.
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do that.
First then.
Let's go relive trauma.
Yeah.
But I have a question. Hold on.
Yes.
I mean, I have a question, not for you, but for you, Matthew. Like,
Right.
why would we want to go where we were taken? Isn't that where the Fae would like watch the parts or whatever of the hedge or something? Isn't there some other place where we can go into the hedge from somewhere
That's a
else
good
where
question.
they don't like have an eye on the? I mean, I get it that it's like the thinnest part, but what are the odds of us and freaking seeing the actual Fae there, which we don't want?
You're asking a really relevant question, Tide. And from what I've gathered, the fair folk, they are not always watching these thin places of the hedge. It hurts them to come close to our world. So most of the time they're in Arcadia, and if they are looking actively for a mortal to steal, someone to turn into one of our kind, then they will move closer to our reality. It's important to know that you are no longer actually humans. We are no longer humans. Thus, when we enter the hedge, it will not be the same ripple as it would be if we were humans. Part of us belong in this world, and thus it would be more natural for us to appear. For example, Lars, I would believe that when you entered the hedge by accident, you created this ripple. Creatures sensitive to these changes in the nature of the hedge around them would have detected you at this point. From what I've gathered and from traveling through the hedge myself, it's far less dangerous for our kind now, and unless there have been fair folk waiting for any chance to jump into our realm from theirs, which I would assume there's not, because as far as I know, this will be the first time there has been any creatures from the hedge entering our world. These two thieves. It should be safe.
Could we then enter from where they entered?
Do we know where they came from?
Yeah, sewers. He made a port. Even tossed his frickin' cigar in my face.
They conducted a ritual. It's quite possible that the veil is thin down there as well. So we could attempt to go down there and see if we can reopen this portal as well. By the way, I'd like Tide and Nate to roll Wits Intelligence, please.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. Hold on, I got my app now.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, Onyx Dice, don't do me dirty.
The unicorn, is this what we're rolling about?
Yeah, well, if you remember... this is
Okay, that's actually not bad at all. That's... Come on.
Wits and intelligence, you said?
Yeah. Your best
boy.
stats, Tide.
Absolutely best stats. I am such a smart cookie.
All right.
Nate, what did you roll?
Onyx Dice is giving me trouble.
Well, it's doing you dirty. What did you expect?
It is absolutely doing me dirty. If anybody would like to roll for me while I figure out what's wrong with
I
Onyx
can roll
Dice.
4 dice for you.
Is that what is?
I got it. I got it.
Okay, I don't see your result, Kitsu. You have to tell me.
Good, because it's awful. It's like 1-1-4-1. This is jinx.
Wow, Onyx Path dice roll doing you dirty. That's 3 ones. I'm actually. I mean, you don't even remember the unicorn. You're like, yeah, Math is right. There's not been any other fake creatures.
It was a forever ago.
It was like 2 days ago. I don't remember
Yeah.
that. Nate, did you?
Okay, I've pulled up a different dice roller. That is 5d10 for me, so it's not
Yep.
terrible. I've got that is. Oh wait, I get to roll another one because there's a 10 in there. Oh, another one because that was just a 10. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. You remember, now that Matthew mentions that there hasn't been any other fake creatures entering, that there has been another fake creature entering. It was the unicorn that attacked you, almost impaled you with his horn not too long ago, and that took a part of Tide's shirt with it and went back into the woods. That might be worth mentioning at some point.
Yeah, guys. Me and Tide were on the at the firing range trying to make sure I knew a little bit about firearm safety, and we saw something behind the range and we went to check it out, and this is gonna sound a little crazy, but we saw a unicorn.
A what?
Yeah,
a unicorn, you know, big white horse, one horn.
You were you there alone?
Nah, it was me, Tide, and Tide.
Tide and I.
All right.
It's all right.
Grammar Nazi. All right.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
There was a unicorn. You tied an eye.
Pardon me. There was a unicorn that Tide and I saw, and I was nearly impaled, but luckily we were able to. I was able to paralyze it with my stunning good looks and get out of there.
It kind of bit the part of my hoodie and ran off. I'm pretty sure we told this to someone. Didn't I say that to someone?
I don't think you actually decided to tell them or not. I think we shifted on, but you were there with Patty.
Yeah, Patty was there.
Presumably, Patty might have forgotten to mention this to Matthew. We'll roll with that as well. She's off doing it.
Damn it, Patty.
All right. Well, that certainly does seem to indicate that there have been more creatures from beyond the hedge. I would have to investigate this, but I do believe that you have a good idea with the whole sewers thing. If the veil is thin there, that might be a good new entrance into to the hedge, and it might also be safe considering that the hobgoblins were using it as well. Let's go there.
Yeah, I would maybe
there was-
try those roads instead of those that we got caught in, like where we pretty much more know that it's safe to travel to where we want to. I don't know.
So the hobgoblins used a ritual right in the sewers. So, but the unicorn just popped over, right? Unicorns aren't, unless I'm wrong, they're like horses, right? So
yes, they're not very intelligent now. They're basically.
so then
animals.
the hobgoblins had to put in some work to hop the fence, I guess you could say, in the sewers. But a unicorn could just wander through behind the firing range. That to me sounds like we might have a little entrance there.
That's quite certain. There could be one there as well. It's quite possible the hobgoblins wanted to find a way to quickly get out of the city, knowing that the theft would have been discovered. And gun range is rather far away, and I don't believe they know how to operate a vehicle or a car, but it could be wrong. So it would certainly be worth it as well to investigate the area where you spotted the unicorn.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like the best idea. And I don't want to be that guy, but I'm just want to remind, this might be a trap to lure us back.
It's quite...
Absolutely. Oh, I am operating under the assumption that this is absolutely a trap.
Yeah, so maybe take roads that they don't know that we know about as far as possible, or I don't know.
I can give you some few advice for this. Since you're hot fake creatures, you're protected in a way by the Goblin Market's laws. Once you are there, no one is allowed to essentially inflict violence upon you unless they have a reason to, unless you've stolen something, insulted them, or broken one of the unwritten rules. They're usually not too complicated. Don't insult people, don't steal their things, don't step on their shadows. Don't
step on their shadows?
What?
Well, yes, if you step... Just don't step on people's shadows. If there's a specific shadow that you can see, try to stay under a roof. It would be the shadow being cast by the sun. And don't agree to any deals or bargains unless the terms are very clear and specific and you're certain that you will come out on top, or at least not sell something you'd rather not lose.
I need to interject, but we are going there to basically steal back.
Yes, but
stuff.
that
So
item belongs to us.
We do have a...
We're gonna claim it back, right?
It belongs to us. We bought it, and the Goblin Market's rules are very clear about theft. So,
you've got any receipts or something? Is that how this works?
I don't know. We don't have any receipts, but the laws of glamour and the laws of Arcadia are older than paper. The item itself knows that it belongs to us, and essentially right now it's borrowed in a sense by the old laws, but if we claim it back, they can't really keep it from us.
All right.
I would presume, although if it were to fall into the hands of one of the fair folk, then their magic is much stronger than what we've wielded in that sense.
I got one more question. I know this is a lot of questions.
Certainly.
So, when we were taken and when we came back, the hedge... I don't know about you guys, but the hedge a lot. And I don't think I came on the other end either time with everything I went in. Is that going to happen again?
When you entered the hedge, part of your old self was lost. And when you left, parts of your new self was lost as well. These things, icons, you can call them, are there in the hedge somewhere for you to get. But when we enter now, it's on our own terms, and it should not happen to you again. The hedge has taken its toll for both entrance and exit.
We can get these things back?
Yes, it's quite possible. I would suggest not going looking for them at the moment, but once you have retrieved the artifacts, if you happen upon them, they might even be sold at the Goblin Market. They are quite valuable artifacts. I would certainly recommend trying to retrieve them. They contain parts of your memories and essentially parts of your soul.
So we
So they
can
belong to
sell.
us. Wait, what?
We can sell parts of our soul.
Yes, you can sell anything. You can sell the name of your future child. You can sell the last dream you had. You can sell essentially anything that belongs to you.
Huh.
What's the value of a piece of my soul or a piece of someone else's soul? Why would someone buy that?
Essentially because they would give them power over parts of you. A human soul is quite a unique thing. None of the creatures of the hedge or even the creatures of Arcadia have souls. That's what makes humans unique. And that's, we believe, why they want us as servants, to humiliate us, to take from us what makes us special. The price of a human soul is... it's essentially priceless. It's parts of it can be bargained away for castles, for mythical creatures, for servants, really. But I would not recommend trying to sell it. Selling your soul could bind you to Arcadia and the hedge forever. It would turn you into a hobgoblin.
Selling your soul has never been particularly beneficial in any fairy tales or folklore, but buying pieces of soul could be something that we might want to invest in if it gives us power over others.
Perhaps.
Nova's getting like real nervous. She's like, let's just do this. We can worry about buying souls and selling souls later. Let's just get in there and get out of there. She's getting real nervous and angry the entire time.
I gotta
All
say,
right,
I
well,
agree with Nova.
Finish this conversation on our way down into the sewers, I guess.
Or to the shooting range.
Shooting range. We're going to the shooting range first, right?
I agree, yep.
Sure, let's stay clean.
I vote for the non-sewer option first. That was like yesterday.
Gun range it is.
So you head over to the shooting range. We'll speed things up a little bit. In the way that you arrive, it's very sparsely crowded at the moment, but you take the long route around, making your way into the woods behind the range, far out of reach for any but the most unfortunate bullets that would go astray. Hopefully there won't be any. But you come into the dense forestry, the thicket. There's plenty of overgrown paths, old walking ways that people might have been using, old trods even, that were in use before the gun range was constructed. People usually stay out of this particular part of the woods. But pretty quickly you find some traces of the unicorn that attacked Nate not too many days ago. You spot a strand of silvery, glimmering hair caught in a bit of bramble. You see hoof tracks in some mud, and soon enough you find yourself coming to a small natural cave.
Nova has hedge sense, so she'll be able to navigate a little bit better.
You realize, Nova, right away that you can feel that the veil between the hedge and the real world is very thin here. This cave is probably where the unicorn came out of.
Okay. And she'll say, "Yeah, I think this is it. So we're doing it. Like we're like gonna go into this. Like seriously."
Lead the way.
She like twitches her back a little.
We came here, so we might as well. I'll go first, okay?
I'll take up second.
I'll go behind Ty so I can guide her a little, but also the person with the sword should probably go first.
Yeah, I ran my fingers through my hair and outlined the sword, the device thing, and grabbed the sword.
Nate, why don't you hand that to me?
Hand it to him. Just do the thing. Pull another one.
Oh my god. So it's Tide, Nova, Nate, or is it Tide, Nate, Nova?
I think
Nate.
Nova right behind Tide to guide.
All right, and then Nate, and then behind Nate we have Lars, I presume.
Yes, a
And
freshly armed
Jon-
Lars.
Jonas at the back.
Jonas at the back.
Couple of steps spaced out between
Yeah.
from behind Lars.
Silas will be joining you shortly. He had some things he had to attend to, and you were given like a little red, basically a roll of red thread by Matthew to attach to the opening of wherever you're going, and essentially making it possible for Silas to follow behind you. And you enter into the cave, and it's
Going in here without our ogre is super smart.
yeah, well, he'll join you soon enough, hopefully. The cave is it's a pretty tight fit in the beginning. You can imagine that Silas would have some trouble coming through here, but you'd think it would be possible. Would not be the first cave you guys have ventured into since last you arrived at the city. And soon enough, it kind of opens up into this long winding tunnel with a dripping sound of water around you. It's kind of cold, it's wet. Sometimes you step into little underground rivers, or not even rivers, like currents, just small parts of water. You hear scuttling occasionally against the rockside wall, and soon enough you can't even see the entrance of the cave that you entered, even though it feels like you've been walking more or less in a straight route. You haven't had to choose between any splitting ways. But you do come up to a large kind of empty room, and you hear crying. It sounds like a small child is crying.
I don't like this.
It's not creepy at all.
Can we, from where we are, try to suss out what's going on?
Why don't you roll? Was it wits? God, I keep forgetting the perception roll for this game. It's wits. Alertness? Is that the thing you roll? No, it's wits composure, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, wits
I think
composure.
that's right.
All right.
I'm a professional storyteller.
Hey, for my dice.
1.
We got a 1 from Nova. We got 10 from Nate.
One.
1 from Tide.
Oh, I didn't get 10.
I
I
know
was
you
just
were
stretching.
stretching. Yeah, I know. What'd you get?
I figured I was just making sure. I was like, I don't have that many dice. With
2 for Lars.
We got 2 from Lars. And
Jonas
All
didn't
right.
get any, and when he starts hearing the crying, he just backs up against a wall, trying to stay in the dark as much as
it's
possible.
very easy to stay in the dark. In fact, I would say that it's. In fact, I would say that it's. Do the rest of you? Do you have any source of light with you?
No.
Do we have the torches?
You do have the torches. You have backpacks. You actually got the same backpacks as last time. Jim managed.
Oh
to-
yeah, we have the backpacks. Brilliant.
So you do have
Flashlight on.
emergency torches, but also flashlights. I would recommend not using an emergency flare, but
Yeah, I'll just use a flashlight.
What?
All right.
All right.
okay.
Yeah, I don't think Tide.
Oh yeah, and I
would use a
rolled 3
flashlight
successes for that
3
thing.
successes. All right, Nate, you spot sitting huddled like on the other side of this large empty room. There's what looks to be a kid from Littlebrook. You're pretty sure you've seen this kid before. They got a bike helmet lying next to them. It looks like their leg is kind of twisted in a weird angle.
Oh
And
no.
they're crying their eyes out, like with their back against you, like sniffling and sobbing and calling for their mom. It's a boy, maybe 7 years old.
Okay, do we think this is a trap? Just gonna turn to the others and think this.
Can we
I
see it?
guarantee this is a trap.
Nate is the only one who saw it, but he can point it out for you. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as what I described to Nate.
I use my contract light shy and disappear.
And he's gone. Well, that's thanks for the backup, dog.
I was going to suggest throwing a rock.
Don't throw a rock at a kid.
Well, we all said it was going to be a lie, but now you're upset about the kid that's a lie. He would heal from a rock if he healed from a twisted leg.
Here, hold this, and I'll hand you my gun and say, just cover me.
Oh, good. Yes. This is a good idea. I'm ready.
And I'll go up to the kid.
This is a horrible
Come
idea.
too. Hold on.
Well, let me see what my dots are. Oh, no. Okay.
I can't do anything from almost anything
So
from
Nate,
range.
Nate
so
is
I'll come
heading
with.
over, and Tide is heading over. And who else is heading over?
Nova will stay, and she's focused with that gun. She's
Jonas
pretty
is
sure she's
backing
good at
away
aiming.
instead.
Perfect. Caffeine, you wake up from your slumber. You don't know how long you've been out. Last thing you remember, you were stopping for the night with your pack, and you realize that you're kind of tied up a little bit, and you're in a cave. And you hear voices around you. This is ironically not the first time that you found yourself in a situation like this, traveling the hedge. But the voices are chittering, and they're saying, I think they're gonna go for it. They're gonna go for it. All right, you folks go that way. Go that way. All right, but someone's gotta keep an eye on this one. Nah, she's tied up. It's gonna be fine. And
This week, Nate fucking dies.
Caffeine, why don't
Been a
you
long
why don't you
time
describe yourself? Your top hat, unfortunately, is not on your head; it's right in front of you. But otherwise, you.
No. Caffeine is very, very interesting. Without her glamour, she looks to be like some sort of child's toy, a plaything made of wood with an almost Pinocchio style nose and painted on makeup. Her outfit is very extremely reminiscent of what I am wearing right now. And she does have glasses that she still needs to wear. Around her, I'm assuming that if it wasn't taken, she would have a backpack of things and stuff.
It's been taken, but it's not too far away. You spot it right away.
No, it's just another day in the life, okay? And she says that out loud.
Yeah, you see they kind of turn and at you. These creatures, because you know about them, they're called whalers. They live in caves. They're basically one step up above pests. They like to prey on travelers. They like to steal their stuff. They occasionally like to eat travelers as well, but they're not very smart, and they're extremely bad at tying knots. This you know.
So, what I am going to do, because I can do things, I am going to try to talk to them, being as smooth as possible.
Yes. The whalers are spider-like goblins, I guess would be the best way to describe them. Perhaps like Gollum, if you've ever seen that movie, unless you were captured before that. They're kind of long-limbed, very scrawny, and they kind of big bulbous eyes. They can turn to you like, what does it want? Does it want to sell something?
Hey, buddy, guy, how's it going? So, buddy, pal guy, spider. So, you know, it'd be
yes.
great. You know, it'd be great right now if you just untied me, let me go, and I can make you a drink. You know, drinks, good drinks.
It shouldn't try its tricks on me. I know it. I know how it works. As long as I don't see you, you can't do anything to me.
Object permanence doesn't work that way.
I don't know what that is, but
if you can't see it, it's not real. It doesn't work that way.
Be quiet. It starts going through your backpack, like holding up this little bag of, what is this, beans?
Yes.
Anyway, what did you want to tell me?
I'm saying that's probably in your best interest right now, and 100%, but 100% of your best interest right now. To completely untie me and just let me go at this point.
What?
I'll speak slower. You know, it's 100% in your best interest right now to untie me.
I can't untie you. I don't really.
Yep.
Why should I do that? They're gonna. I got you right where I want you right now. I'm gonna go through your backpack, and you can't stop me.
You know, you could do that or counteroffer. Don't.
What's in it for me?
See those beans? You see those beans right there? Those beans, they are the
Yeah.
bestest beans. You
Huh.
can't find them anywhere in the hedge.
He kind of tears open the bag, spills a few of the beans. He's an animal, and he holds it up. It's like, what is this?
They make you feel really, really, really good. They make you feel like you can do a million things at once, and it's gonna make you feel really, really, really good. Especially if you put them in hot water and you just let them steep for a bit. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Hot water?
I'll show you how to make it. You just untie me. I'll make you a cup.
All right.
It'll be
but
great.
No tricks. You show me how to do it,
No tricks.
and then you go back to the ropes.
I'll show you how to do it. You got it? Good? Shiny? Super shiny?
All right. No funny business. He kind of holds out a little knife carved from Flintstone. It's like, I got this. I'll carve you up if you do anything. And then he sort of unties you. And, all right, show me how to cook these beans.
Okay. Now, these beans have a magic word. And you want to
Okay.
yell it as loud as you can.
Now?
On the
Here?
count of 3, we'll yell it together.
What's the word?
The word is trap. Because you're trapping in all the good flavor.
Oh, I see. All right.
So on the count of 3, we'll yell it really, really loud.
Okay.
Ready? 1,
2,
2,
2, 3.
Three.
Trap!
trap!
Trap! All right. Why not? And you do this, and the rest of you guys, you hear 2 people yelling "trap" very loudly down the cave, and suddenly a cacophony of voices screeching as they realize that they no longer have the advantage. Sorry, just brain fart there right now. And you see maybe a dozen pairs of eyes just come flooding towards you in the dark. And the little child is no longer a little child, but rather something that looks, well, if you basically pulled the arms and legs of a little goblin and didn't feed him for a while, and he just turns at you, like baring his teeth and screeching. Nate, what do you do?
I am going to activate Mask of Superiority.
I thought you were going to activate gun, but that is a much better.
Oh, no.
Best contract.
It's gonna mix it up a little.
Yeah.
No, I am going to mix it up. It's
All right.
the roll is presence plus weird plus subterfuge.
Go
And
right
what
ahead.
it does is well, that's my roll here. Let me look up what the
All
roll
right.
the opponent has to make.
Mask of the. Let me see what.
A
page is
Mask
that?
of Superiority. And it makes people believe that I am a respected member of their organization or whatever group they belong to.
It's page 128. Luckily, I have my little cards for you here. So,
Oh, brilliant.
Mask of Superiority. Let's see here. Ferris, reduce all starting doors by 1 for purpose of any social maneuvering, and presence subterfuge contested by the other characters' wits and empathy, which they have a lot of dice in. Not, because they're dumb goblins. So let's go ahead and roll.
That is 3 successes again. I am the king of 3 successes today.
That is 5 successes. They rolled exceptionally well. So you kind of just look, you take on this regal aura, and you stand over this pitiful little creature that's hissing at you, and it goes and just throws itself at you and tries to attack you. Unfortunately,
Nova, Lars, cast gun!
it is very inept at this, and just kind of jumps past you because you managed to dodge out of the way, and it slides across the floor. And all you see this now, and you realize, yes, this is probably a trap. And the eyes, they're coming from, some of them are coming from behind you as well. It looks like they were trying to kind of cut you off.
A quick question: could I find a spider?
Didn't you catch spiders in your house?
Oh, absolutely.
I believe you brought some spiders with you.
Okay. Nova's gonna instantly eat the spider and crawl up onto the top of the cave.
You do that, and suddenly you're out of the reach for these ironically named spider goblins or whalers. So they're kind of screaming and hollering. Jonas, you're invisible. They're just running past you. Lars, what are you doing?
Shooting.
All right. All right, roll to shoot.
Lars casts gun.
All right, roll to shoot.
You better not hit me.
Also, Caffeine, you also heard the shouting of, was it Nova Lars cast gun?
For the record, this is probably gonna ruin our ears forever.
It's not like
Firing
you
a
did
gun
this,
without ear
like
protection in a
5
cave.
sessions ago. You did exactly the same thing. So.
That's true. Still got
Those
tinnitus
complete.
going on.
Oh, Meg is glitching out on my camera.
Oh,
Could
no.
you try
Sombra.
could you try to rejoin? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Secret Lasombra.
Yeah, it's just glitching out magically. This is. And
So Dex weaponry.
I believe so. Yes. Oh, it's
Or
perfect. Working,
firearms.
thank you. Oh,
Sorry.
firearms.
Your
Dex
Firearms, yeah.
firearms.
You got this. You got this.
There we go.
0 successes.
0 successes. How many dots do you have in firearms?
1.
Okay, that's good enough to not shoot somebody
Hey,
by
it's more
accident.
than Nate.
So you fire the handgun, but unfortunately, there's just something about being in almost pitch blackness and shooting at what you believe is where they are at the moment. So unfortunately, it ricochets off the cave wall, and the sound really hurts everyone's ears right now.
Oof.
Caffeine, you're far away enough that you hear it, but it's like echoing down. One good thing about
hey, buddy,
this,
hey,
though.
pal.
Yeah, what? What about the bees? What was that noise?
Yeah, you should go check it out.
All right, don't.
You want to check it out for me?
Okay, but I gotta tie you
I'll
up.
finish up the beans. No, I'll finish up the beans. You can go over there and check everything out. Got it?
All right, yeah, okay. You finish the beans. I'll go check it out.
okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, good.
Don't go
Good.
anywhere.
We'll reconvene later. High five.
He
High
kind of
spider limb.
he kind of
Fist bump.
and,
Fist bump.
and then grabs your bump.
Yeah.
When you do, it's like okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, we got this. Good.
Yeah, okay. He
Yeah.
starts running towards the sound. You're free.
Today's been a successful day.
They actually have like a bunch of items that you could probably get some money off of the goblin market.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, okay, backpack, okay, beans, okay, coffee mug, okay, slightly worn rope, okay.
Yeah, they have like some wildebeest that they've killed and a bunch of stuff like rope
And most
strings,
importantly,
your hat.
the source of all my magical power.
Yeah. Thankfully, you're fairly close to the cave exit, so you can kind of see a little dot of light on the other side. Although you did hear voices of what you presume would be humans or perhaps changelings exploring this area. Or at least hobgoblins smart enough to communicate and fire guns.
So what I am going to do is I'm going through these contracts I have. Oh, I have a cheat sheet.
Brilliant.
And I am going to activate one of my contracts that I know is under H. It's not like huge gun.
It is a heavy gun. Is
Do
it?
I get?
Yes, you will get a turn in a second.
Hostile takeover.
Oh, you're doing hostile takeover.
I have that same one. It's a fun.
Yep, it's this one. It's like, yeah, I totally am supposed to be here in these caves.
Perfect. Yeah, that means that
This
animal and hobgoblin sentries stay out of your way.
And then I'm just gonna waltz on over towards the firefight like I belong here.
Nice. What? Just a second, Nate. You need to tick off a point of glamour. By the way, you didn't have a loophole.
Yes,
for
I
your-
did,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. Perfect. And you do have an
Just
item
a
that belongs in
moment.
this cave, Caffeine, so you don't have to spend
Yep.
any. So yeah, the cave just. I don't think you need to roll anything either for this.
Nope,
Nope.
it's just
so
mine.
you suddenly feel quite at home in this cave. Like you could probably live here if you wanted to, not that you want to. And now you're basically able to leave if you'd like. Or which direction?
No,
are you
I'm gonna
going?
go towards the noise.
All right, you're heading towards the noise. Tide, you have your sword out. What are you doing? You're
was
being
actually
swarmed.
checking. I just swing at them.
All right, go ahead
Like
and roll.
I try to wait. Nate got swarmed on. What happened to him?
All of you are
'Cause
getting
I
swarmed
was-
on. They're coming from behind. They're coming from the front. They're trying to pincer maneuver you. There's about a dozen ahead of you and about half a dozen behind you.
I try to like block the onslaught that's coming onto Nate because he's like hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what happened exactly. He just got hit.
He didn't get hit. No. Also,
No, the point of glamour loss was my
Yeah, he was
magic.
using a magic. Yeah. You're also cutting in and out. I don't know if that's for everyone, but maybe could you try to rejoin the call? Sorry.
Me?
No,
Or me?
Tide. Yeah.
Okay, Tide.
Oh, I can do that.
Sorry, folks. Tech happens.
Yep.
We have an 8-person call, so it's actually amazing that this is working as well as it is.
Better?
Yeah, that's much better. Perfect. So you're swinging
Alright.
at the approaching spider goblins that are screeching and wailing, and
Yeah,
you would
I go
probably name them
ham and-
screechers. Okay, roll strength weaponry, correct? I believe it is strength
think
and weaponry, right?
So
Oh, weaponry is a
Yeah.
skill.
strength weapon. Let me see. And okay. Yeah, that's a couple of dice. Let's see. Let's go.
It's been a while since you got to take your anger out on living creatures.
4 successes.
4 successes. All right, let me roll. That is not 4 successes. You swiftly decapitate one of the creatures, and literally, like, it just, the head goes soaring through the air, and you see that they're not stupid. They look at this and they kind of, you first, to each other. Like they give that kind of look to each other and kind of back away for a second. And you spot, Nate, actually, your flashlight going around a little bit, you spot a figure approaching from one part of the cave, wearing a top hat and pretty fancy clothes and a backpack, and just kind of looks like they belong here.
Okay. Well, this place is not a friendly place, so if they belong here, then they're probably not friendly. So I
Perfect
am going
deduction.
to try and body slam this figure.
All right, so you're running through this crowd of, because you still have like about almost a dozen of creatures between you and this figure. But
Yeah, I'm
you're
gonna try
just-
running through. Claws out, which my fingers, by the way, because I'm made of precious gems, are kind of sharp and pointy.
All right, so I guess that would be a strength brawl roll.
Exactly. the
Caffeine.
Claws out, so that's 6
What do you
dice.
do
Yep.
in reaction to this?
I'm just gonna take a step to the left.
All right, so that, I guess that would be dodging. Is that
No.
also strength brawl, or is that? God, I'm so bad at these rules.
I think
Yeah,
it's
hey.
if
Be
you
okay
beat her
because I rolled
defense-
1 success.
Perfect. Sorry, Jonas, you were saying?
If he beats the defense, then he
All right.
succeeds.
What is your
And-
defense
yeah.
then?
So you
Oh,
don't roll
my
any-
defense is defense is the lowest
Bottom
of
right.
dexterity or wits plus athletics 2.
Yeah, 2. So you swiftly step out of the way as this half gold, half diamond figure just tries to bull rush you, essentially.
You doing okay there, pal? I heard screaming.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Caffeine. It's nice to meet you.
Caffeine. I've never heard such an appropriate name. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was kind of tied up and captured, but I broke free and was trying to like figure out what to do. Heard screaming.
So you're not
yelling.
with them.
No, they tied me up. Those assholes.
Okay. Well, do you want to handle these assholes?
I mean, the only handles I have are mugs.
Do you want to help us fight these assholes?
I could try. I'm not much of a fighter. I'm more of a talker. I'm more of a lover. But you know what? I can try. I've never tried. Trying.
I'm in the same boat, but that's the situation we currently have. So guess we gotta be fighters for now.
I actually, I have an ability. What does this ability do? It's called Hobkid.
But we'll wait with that because it's currently Nova's turn. So, but we'll get to that soon enough.
Okay, so Nova's up there, kind of on the cave, and she's gonna actually just try to like see if she can yell and intimidate these things.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Because she's thinking a gun is probably, she shouldn't be shooting a gun. She's pretty sure she shouldn't be shooting that gun.
They already look a little bit unnerved, and seeing you climbing around like a spider in the ceiling is making them a little bit weirded out. And I mean, they do have the superiority of numbers right now, but you can certainly try to yell at them, throw random items at them.
Yeah, no, she's gonna be like, "You guys down there, I have the high ground, so we win automatically."
All right, roll manipulation. Let me see here. It's been a while since I looked. It's been a while since.
Also, I get an extra die because of the summer mantle.
Perfect.
For any intimidation.
Go right ahead and roll your manipulation and intimidation with a +1 die, right?
Hex yeah. All right. Let's try this. Woo! Oh, okay, crap. So that explodes. So
yeah, you get rolled that again and get another.
Okay, 3.
3 successes. All right, let me see if they. So, what happens is that a few of them actually do start to kind of back away, and especially the ones that were coming from the direction you guys were coming from. They're like, we're not actually in this fight right now, and that guy, I mean, that person over there just decapitated one of us pretty easily, so they kind of start moving back, and they're like hissing and pretending that they're not actually falling back, but yeah, you can tell that you've been scaring some of them at least. Yeah.
She'll take it.
Yeah. Jonas, what are you doing?
I'm just observing to see if someone seem like in actual danger, or do they seem like everyone can handling themselves?
Right now, the situation is that the spider goblin creatures seem to have been a little bit taken aback by the brutal way one of them was killed, but soon enough they're going to realize that there's more of them than there are of you, and might try to go for you again.
Okay, I'll go to those who looks. I'll try like to sneakily move up to those who look still a bit undecisive. Some group looks undecisive what to do, and just appear in front of them, Slenderman style, and doing overpowering dread.
Go right ahead. That would be the group that Nova worked over a little bit. So if you scare them now, they're gonna run for the hills. Or the exit of the cave, I suppose, would be a
teamwork.
The loophole is coming out from the shadows by surprise, and I guess that would be this would categorize as it.
Perfect. Go right ahead and roll.
Three successes.
3 successes. I think that combined with Nova's shouting makes them essentially just screech and kind of skill back and run away down the black tunnels and disappear. You hear them disappearing in the distance. Suddenly, there's only 11 of them left, far less than the roughly 18 they used to be.
Jonas is visible now.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
So you scared the crap out of them appearing from nowhere with your faceless or your featureless face.
That's right, run!
Yeah, they're running, they're screeching like that. They were expecting something like a unicorn or something easy to take down, you know, something that only a weakling wouldn't be able to kill.
We're crazy.
Anyway, sorry.
And that Jonas doesn't really say anything; it just like appears, and when you see them running, he's not invisible, but he tries to like sneak back into the shadows and hide. Hit and run.
Yeah, hit and run. Perfect. Lars, what are you doing?
Are all of them running?
No, there's about a dozen left in the middle of the room. In between you guys, basically in between you, Tide, Nova, and Jonas, and Nate and Caffey, and the stranger with the top hat that Nate tried to bull rush. He ran through the crowd, and she sort of stepped out of the way. And now they're apparently talking. So.
Okay. So then Lars would probably try to line up and shoot one of the little guys.
Perfect.
because why not?
Why not? Everyone cover your ears.
Should just hold on real tight to the ceiling. Like, no.
3 successes.
3 successes. That would be enough to hit him. So another goblin creature goes down, and the remaining goblins just go, nope. They run the heck away from there. And Caffeine, you see that the goblin that got shot was the guy who untied you, and he's kind of lying on the ground, clutching his stomach that he was shot. He's like, I just wanted some beans.
And then he'll yell, "Get out of here!"
Stone dog.
Yeah, the rest of the goblins are skedaddling. They're getting out of there. They very much underestimated that a group of dangerously armed changelings would be coming through this this corridor so quickly. And they're gone.
You need a hand in there, pal? She holds out her hand to get him up.
Me? Yeah, I'll...
I extend the sword before he can get there. How do we know you're not lying?
She
Who are
pulls
you?
out the worn out rope.
The one out what? Sorry?
The worn out rope that she was tied up with.
You could have just picked that up.
Yeah, because there's regularly just rope lying around in a cave. I don't know.
I mean, you can trust me, you cannot trust me. I'm just a humble merchant who normally sells stuff at the goblin market.
What?
No,
My
that's
theory is that if she was up to something, the best time to act upon it would be 5 minutes ago when we were in the middle of a fight. Well, 5 seconds ago when we were in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, that metal thing was like
sort
really
of-
loud, and I don't get it. It hurt. It's not fun. I don't care about it. It's not fun.
Nova scuttles down.
No, with a G. Never mind.
No, if it's not fun, I
you
don't
said-
acknowledge it.
You said I heard you. You're talking very fast. You say a lot of things. It's hard to focus.
Okay, let me try speaking slower. Hi, my name's Caffeine, and I'm a merchant at the goblin market, and I normally have some...
That was not slower.
Tide. I heard. Tide. I heard Goblin Market.
I heard
Yes,
merchant.
Me too.
I am both of those
Go
things.
back to that point.
I'm casting Light Shy again and disappearing in the back.
He's
Okay.
shy.
So you're a merchant and you sell
Absolutely.
things at the goblin market.
Mm-hmm.
Which indicates that you know where the goblin market is.
Right.
How about you guide us there?
What do I get in return?
We did just free you.
No, I freed myself.
We did just deal with your captors. You would have had a hell of a fight.
Oh, no, I'm not a
Getting
fighter. I'm a talker. I'm very good at making friends.
So make friends with us.
Okay, that sounds perfect. New friends in exchange for leading you to the market.
Excellent.
Nova just is just gonna use a little just to see if she can see if there's any lies, like how truthful this new person's being.
All right. That would be, I guess, a contested roll. If actually, is it even contested? Because
I don't know. I see. I have my empathy, and that's a specialization in lies.
all right, go ahead
And
and
then
roll,
whatever else
and we'll see.
What would be the other? What would be the attribute with that?
That would be probably your
Wits or resolve, right?
Yeah, I believe.
They're the same. So
yeah, wits resolve. Yeah.
okay. Okay. 3.
3. This person seems like they're not lying.
Okay. Nova's like better than nothing, and she can go first.
So is that a deal?
That's a deal.
Great. You know, friends help each other out. That's an important thing.
Yes, it is. I feel like we may have You're a tiny
Nate.
bit.
Nate,
Yes.
come here. Nate, come here.
Yeah. I go over there.
Do you remember what one of the rules was?
Now I do. This isn't good, is it?
I'll hand you your gun back. You might need that.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. No, it's like
Well,
here, take
that's
this one too.
ominous.
I
Are
should
you
have
giving
this.
him double guns?
This probably isn't
No,
wise,
please,
but
no.
split
Well,
my
too
dice
late.
pool for 2 attacks, 1 die for each gun. Oh, someone else take this. I don't need 2 of these.
I can shoot now. You can give one to
Caffeine,
me.
you could probably
Sure, I'll
fetch a
give you one.
pretty nice price for one of these things as well.
But they don't look like fun, and I don't care. If they're not fun,
Fair
I don't
enough,
care.
Fair enough. They're not very fun. They're just dangerous.
Mm-mm. They're loud noisemakers. But I. So,
They're not fun anyway. Oh, we
so
lost.
guys, gals, and non-binary pals, is there anything I can help you with on our way? Because it's this way. This way.
I think just leading us is fine.
We
Yeah,
lost your picture towing,
wait.
unfortunately.
Yeah, it froze, so I tried to restart it.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave and come back.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's let
alright.
Caffeine can go first.
Of course. I feel like I could sleep in these caves, even though I really don't want to. They've got spiders. And
There
spiders
are a lot
aren't
of
fun.
spiders, yeah.
I can only eat so many.
You ate some?
Weird.
Yeah, I can crawl. You see me on the ceiling?
Yeah, but
All of a sudden I knew I could do it, and then I did it.
because you ate the
Congratulations!
spider.
Yeah, I was just
Oh,
saying.
that's-
I have a pocket full.
How do they taste? I've never had a.
I didn't pay attention. I was just like really wanting to get on that ceiling. Anyway, let's go.
Okay, well, yeah,
I'll share
we're
some
going.
later. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it, but maybe it tastes good. I don't know. I've never.
Okay, just let me know.
Pretty poisonous. I mean, there's a little talk going on, I guess. Like small talk. Sorry, not little talk. Like, are they poisonous? Where did you?
Oh,
Did you fry
I-
them beforehand?
No. Ooh, I lucked
Did you
out.
wash them? Do you need to wash them? I've got some water. You need to wash them.
They have to be alive. As we're walking.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, do you need something to hold your spiders in? I've got mugs, I've got cups, I've got Tupperware.
Okay. We'll go back to that. Cause yeah, I should. I think they're crawling out of my pocket all the time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I've got mugs with handles, I got mugs with lids, I got Tupperware with lids, and I've got a plastic bag with a hole in it.
Ooh. Do you have like a pocket Tupperware?
And she opens up her bag and there's like clanking and it's like the most let's see here, pocket-sized Tupperware.
And
No,
I thought
no.
the
I only
guns were
have
allowed.
sandwich side or a sandwich baggie with a hole in it.
Sold. I'll take it. Do you want me to trade spiders for it?
Nah, I won't take spiders.
I have a flare in my bag. I shouldn't have that either.
Trade you.
Yes. Okay. Good. There we go.
Yeah!
I'm endangering myself.
She puts the
puts the
flare in her
spiders
back.
I hate to be a little hypocritical, but whatever happened to the no deals rule?
What rule?
I'm on a roll with breaking that one.
Nova was not paying attention, and she has a baggie full of spiders now.
With a hole in it.
Yeah.
Laura,
No,
Laura, she's just seeing your friends trading things left and right.
Does nobody listen?
I'm just gonna sneak up behind Lars.
Yeah, I want to
I'm
look.
just like-
Lars would probably turn around to say something to Jonas, and he's like, "Oh, God damn it, he's gone again." Just shake his head.
Jonas was, I'm right behind you. Just say the word if you want to get the hell out of here.
Great.
He's just gonna follow in silence.
Jonas will as well.
Brilliant. Are you folks heading out of the cave, or are you just deciding to settle down here for now?
Now let's have a camping trip. No, I'm joking. Let's
No,
go.
we need
Yeah.
to. Let's get to the market.
Caffeine's going to be leading them the way to the light at the end of the tunnel.
Brilliant. And with Caffeine in the lead, you find your way out of this cave fairly quickly. And the area you enter is perhaps a little bit familiar to most of you. This is the same birch tree forest that you've been in before. And you're starting to imagine that maybe this entire area has birch trees in them. This is interesting, Caffeine, because when you went to sleep, you were not actually in a birch tree forest. You were in a pretty typical fairy tale sort of forest with, big oak trees and little brooks with water and, the usual kind of stuff. And this is just plain weird. The birch trees are spaced maybe between 5 to 7 feet between each other. And they're all tall and slender. There's almost no leaves on them. And the grass is just short. There's no rocks, there's no stumps, nothing like that. It's just this weird, strange forest of birch trees. And it seems to stretch as far as you can see.
Well, this is the last time I go sleeping. For just...
I hate these trees so much. Nate, shoot him.
No.
How will we know? Maybe that'll work. Okay, keep it in our back pocket. Maybe later we'll try shooting these trees.
I'll take note of it.
Thank you, Nate. Someone listens.
You look around a little bit, though, and you realize that not too far away from where you're standing right now, there is a road. There's like a little dive, a little pitfall almost. And some of you will remember that the roads in this forest, the roads that people travel on, are further down from the forest. They're like little scars almost in the forestry. And fair enough, it's a gravel road, well worn. There's wheel tracks in it. It's about as wide as a wagon. So 2 wagons were to try to pass each other. One of them would have to back all the way to some kind of turnaround point or something like that. There is not a single cart or any person on this road whatsoever.
I'm going to activate my hedge sense to try to figure out my way to the market from here. And I also have a contract for navigation.
Well, she looks. Does this look familiar to Nova at all?
Okay.
It is familiar to everyone who's traveled on one of these roads, but you can't tell if it's the same road or if they all look this way. It's just a gravel road.
Did any of the items that I took from the Spider Century, are any of them weapons?
You found some weapons, yes. You found like a couple of flintstone knives, maybe a rusty dagger.
And this is a hobgoblin weapon?
Yes, it
Great!
is.
I stabbed myself with it.
All right.
What are
And I
you
mix the
doing?
blood, and I mix the blood with the earth from the hedge, and activate Pathfinder.
Brilliant.
Lars puts his dagger away.
And she puts it back in her bag, and she takes the dirt, drawing a compass on her hand.
Yeah.
And she's using it to find the nearest goblin market.
You create this little compass in your hand, and it forms almost like, magnetic sand moving around. Like it perfects itself into a perfect circle with a little arrow or a little, an arrow, I guess. And it kind of flickers for a little bit and then points one direction. You can't really tell if it's north or not because there's no sun in the sky. It's just this pale blue heaven with no clouds, no sun, nothing strange. There's daylight, but you have no idea where it's coming from. But it's pointing in one of these directions. So guess that's where the goblin market is.
So it is that way.
Let's follow the person who just stabbed themselves in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, but unironically.
You've seen this done before though by Lars.
Lars has done it. Hmm?
Oh yeah, and I still think that was nuts. But somebody's doing something, so Noah's all for it.
Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. It only stings a little.
A lottle? Like a lot?
Not a little, but a lottle.
Ah, I see.
A lot. Maybe. She talks so
Waddle.
fast. This is Ty talking to Nate.
I know it's
you
exhausting.
If you're
Impressive,
tired, I
though.
have something for that.
Huh? You heard us?
Did I? Yeah,
I think you
absolutely.
Oh, jeez.
You guys are bad at whispering.
That's
There,
it's
I said it.
okay.
Nothing about me is subtle. I'm made of diamonds.
You're 3 feet from her. How is she not going to hear you?
Probably should
We're
have
all
thought of
in a
that, to be
line.
honest.
If you guys
Anyway.
want to talk privately, like, you can go talk privately. I mean, that's fine. I'm not
No,
gonna
it's
bother
okay.
you. That would be sad. I wouldn't be a good friend if I was being rude.
No, it's okay. Let's continue.
And Nate, you are contractually obligated to be her friend now. Remember?
I am
Oh,
absolutely.
he signed that for everyone.
Yeah, you're all in the same fucking boat.
He kind of agreed on all your behalfs.
We're all gonna die anyway, so let's just go.
Hell yeah.
Oh, not on
Every
my
time
watch.
we
I don't let
hear-
my friends die.
What?
Having my friends die is mean and rude and not fun.
I
Yeah, I can-
have a question, if I may. But
Yes, of
you can go
course.
first, Nova.
But I do want to say that
No.
though that when you all hear the tone of Caffeine's voice, you do feel a little bit bad for her. Like it feels like you're disappointing a friend.
Oh. Here, come on, Caffeine. It's okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything. I just thought you talked really fast and that it's difficult to.
Oh, I have a solution for that. She takes out a cup of coffee.
Is
No,
that
Nova stops it and just smells it. She just wants to like. That's
It's
not a bad-
coffee.
There is something deeply magical about coffee in the hedge because, as we know, there is no coffee in Arcadia.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Jeez. Huh.
Is this a better pitch of voice and speed?
Yes? Did you just drink coffee?
Yeah, apparently coffee just makes me slow down a bit with my voice. Like, the first time I tried it, everyone was like, no! And then it just worked out like this.
Do you like it? Like,
Oh, sometimes people have a hard time understanding me, and I completely understand too. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying.
okay.
Mm.
I mean, that's not okay. You should understand what you're saying. That's usually good. We're still walking as this is going on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Like, sometimes just going with the flow and seeing how things go, it's just better.
Hmm. You know what it sounds like to me?
Mhm.
It sounds like you have super ADHD.
I never really think about it.
Because when I was little, I used to take some stuff that to help me focus, and it was a stimulant that would make just about anybody else nuts. But
Was it called Go Outside?
no,
No.
Hmm.
That's how we dealt with it when I was young.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's almost like for me that I have no filter.
I know the feeling.
Are you?
Lars nods enthusiastically when Nate says that.
Are you? Fae folk. Correct myself.
Fair folk, you gotta say that.
Fair folk.
Fair
Oh.
folk.
Well, I always think my prices are fair.
No, but-
Uh-huh.
Are you
Are you
talking
from
about like whoosh or like meh?
I'm talking about whether you're from Arcadia or not. How's that?
Oh,
Is
so
that
I'm
good
a
question?
meh, not a whoosh.
A what?
Okay. So you were once
Are you a changeling?
new to this place?
I'm a meh, not a whoosh.
So you like us?
Guess so. Best way to describe it, I think.
Okay.
Like I said, a meh and not a whoosh.
Well, I think people from Arcadia are generally meh and like a super meh because they suck so much.
Maybe I should reverse that scale. We
Yeah.
will now be the whoosh.
Hell yeah.
I
Like that.
that. Uh,
Does Lars have a migraine? Yeah. Nova just noticed it. She's not going to say anything, but she's like, he's going to need some Tylenol or something.
You make your way down the road having this discussion, and rather sooner than you would have expected, you actually start hearing the noise of a crowd, and you start seeing tents that have been pitched even before you see the actual market. You see these lavishing tents of like deep purple or red or strong deep blue color, like very livery like kind of coloring, and you see several dozens of these tents along the way, and they're all of all different kinds of colors. There's cats screeching in the background. You see soldiers of all kinds. Like you see creatures quite like Stick that you saw before, like tall, spindly ones. You see tiny bat-like ones. You see people who look almost normal, like humans. They're all like wearing these suits of armor, or they're sitting by their tents with a fire, preparing food, or and they're all different kinds. Like you see liveries of many different. Like you see griffins on them. You see lions, wolves. It's all kinds of symbols. And they kind of look over at you when you approach, but don't really seem to care too much about who you are and what you're doing here.
So, Hobkin is a great ability.
It is, sure is.
So, I am gonna be like, okay, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad I could bring the four of you here. So,
I
do you have any
can't say I'm
questions?
glad to be back, but
Do you have any questions, comments, concerns,
uh,
compliments?
last time I was here, I stabbed someone. Will I get in trouble for that?
Did you stab them here or with the meh?
I stabbed him here at the market. To be fair, they were trying to sell my soul, but I stabbed them.
Oh, that's a bit of a gray area. I'm not a
Then I
else.
threatened the guards with a knife and ran away.
Okay, it got worse.
Yeah. Oh, it got worse.
I'm not a correct bird. I can't help you.
Was that before your duress?
Yes. This was
So you
before.
look nothing like you look now, correct?
That's fair. Yes.
So maybe just don't mention it.
I won't.
Your secret's safe with me.
That's what friends are for.
Yep.
Lars's migraine just keeps getting worse.
Getting worse.
Nova, got a little quiet because she does not like the market.
No.
So,
This is not...
things I suggest.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Now you go first.
Okay. This is not the market right now, but this is just at the outskirts of it. Like in the distance, you can see the big open field that's been cleared, where all the little tents and stalls and things like that are. But right now, you're at the outskirts of the market, where there's a bunch of tents, essentially with a bunch of military soldiers of all different kinds. Like you see people even dressed in fatigues. Like it's all manners of uniforms and dresses, but they're all of different houses, I guess. It's really hard to make out what they belong to.
So, what exactly are we supposed to be doing here again?
Retrieving
the
stuff.
crown, right?
The thing. Okay.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Tell me more.
All right.
You're
There's a
getting a.
Ooh, a twirl. There's a crown that we have to get.
Mhm.
It was stolen from us.
Boo.
Yeah, so we're gonna come back here, try to get it back. Yeah.
Hmm.
As a friend, would you like to aid us in that?
Oh, I was gonna help you even if you didn't mention the F word.
Fuck.
The other F word.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
the
okay.
third F word. You remember what the second
Yeah.
one is?
Mm-mm. Someone tries to say it. I will absolutely try to tackle them.
I don't remember what the second one is.
the
Don't.
one that we're not supposed to say
Oh.
because books come alive.
Oh, I thought that was the first one.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Frolicking.
No, don't like Nova will absolutely leap at you.
Okay.
Don't guess. Do not guess. If you
But
guess,
this is-
Nova will tackle you. Oh my goodness, there's a cat in frame and it is beautiful.
Is it fun? Is that the F word? Fun.
Nova's
No,
gonna
stop
No,
guessing.
absolutely,
that's a good F word.
absolutely
You can
try to
say that
tackle-
one as
Tackle
much
Kathy.
as you want.
She's gonna try to tackle her and
Okay,
cover
all
her mouth.
right. Roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, roll strength brawl, I guess.
Yeah, let's do this.
Why is
You just
everyone
need to
trying
beat
to
it
tackle
too.
caffeine?
Okay, where's that? Oh, hey, okay. I mean, there's something here.
Isn't there
We're
a
chaos. We're never gonna get anything done.
Oh, this is the most competent squad to
I
go to
have
the
a 2
market.
defense.
Two
All right, well I think that goes to the attacker, right?
actor. Yes.
So yeah, caffeine, you get tackled as Nova is covering your mouth.
She's just
Mm.
like, just don't even. I'll
Just-
figure it out. Just don't.
She licks your hand.
Perfect.
No. she hates it, but she's way more scared of that word.
All right, because a bunch of the
Nova.
soldiers are actually
Nova.
approaching, and some of them are like cheering, like yeah, fight! I'm gonna bet on the one. With
I'm
the,
gonna
with the
just
red
I'm gonna
eyes.
pick up I'm gonna try and pick up Nova off
Nova.
of caffeine.
Let
No,
your friend
let them
go.
fight. Let them fight.
No, if she says it, I can't. I'm not.
No,
I'm not
Nova,
going like
Nova. Calm down.
this.
It's
How many
okay.
F words can there be? Like 10?
A lot.
There's a lot.
They just said another one. Fight.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
one's
like
fine.
I'm gonna try to lift Nova off of
All right,
caffeine.
that is a strength brawl roll, I guess.
Okay, so that's 5 dice for me
Go right ahead.
Oh hell yeah!
with.
Is it doing
What
you
if I
dirty?
told you it's a botch?
Oh my god. There aren't any botches, thankfully, in this game, but you're just
You
trying
can
to.
choose to botch.
No
can
successes
choose
in
a
a
botch.
1.
That's true. You
I am
can
not-
you can choose to get a what are they called again? The
A critical whatever.
Yeah.
A
Critical
failure.
failure, so you get a beat.
yeah. You want to do that?
Yes.
All
Mark
right,
it down.
here we go.
Don't
You
shoot
get
me
you
again.
get pulled into the fight, and suddenly it's a three-way not a fist fight.
Ah!
Oh no.
And there's a crowd forming around you, and people are betting money on who's gonna win. And I don't know if caffeine, are you fighting back or are you just trying to get loose, or? Are you...
She's just at this point. She just rolls her eyes and she's just like she's gonna try to get up.
This is for I'm being a friend. I'm being a friend.
They're friends. They're just hugging. They're just hugging.
They don't care what you're saying. Like there's people cheering on, someone throwing.
Tide, help.
Yeah.
Wait, is my mouth freed?
Is it?
She's
Oh, yeah.
focused on keeping it covered. That's the one thing. Anything else can go, but like she's like, nope.
Yeah.
I go help
This
once
is the
the
part
master.
where Hobkin is a horrible skill.
It's up to
Can I
you.
go help?
Yes, certainly. You can roll a dex brawl if you want to.
Can I try to escape? What do I roll for that?
Strength brawl. Sorry, strength brawl for both of you try to escape. Dex brawl to escape.
Can I roll? Okay, wait, Dex.
Dex brawl to escape? Yeah.
Okay, and I get -1
What
because I'm
about
unskilled, so I get 2 dice.
What about to pull them apart?
You can do a strength brawl for that one.
And that explodes.
I
Two
have
successes.
Two
2
successes.
points in brawl.
What
This
is
gonna be
2 point? What is the defense of Nate and of Nova?
2.
3.
You don't get free from Nova.
Mm.
How many successes did you roll, Tide?
I rolled 1 and it was a 10.
That means you can roll it again.
Oh, I can roll. Oh, that's okay. That's right. No, just 1.
All right. No, you're not pulling these apart.
Alright.
Okay.
Hey, break it up.
Maybe we're okay. Okay. So
Guys,
Further
guys.
thing.
Hey, guys, listen up. Listen, you
Mhm.
guys roll it around on the ground.
mhm.
What's
You
the
are
commotion
not-
here? What's
You're
going on
not
over
being
here?
you're not being very, how should I put this, discreet right now.
Mm.
2 armed guards dressed sort of like they kind of look like conquistadors actually, are walking over towards you, and they're like, all right,
Oh,
break it
no.
up. What's going on over here?
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
That gets
Just-
Nova's. No,
just-
that gets Nova's attention. He's just gonna be like,
and
just don't
the
say any
soldiers
F-word.
the soldiers are gone. They're back to their tents in seconds. It's just you lying in a pile on the ground and 2 guards approaching.
Just some friendly wrestling, nothing to be concerned with.
Yeah, Nova's up.
Keep it off the streets. We got delegates coming through.
all right.
Very, very good.
All right.
So, as soon as they leave, I'll lean into Nova and I'll say, Nova,
Yes.
that drew more attention than saying the F word.
No. Oh no, because those guards left and none of us are gone. She'll come. And then she just kind of walks back a little.
Did they say something about delegates?
Yes.
I mean, it's very rarely that the Mez even stop by here.
Delegates. Who would that be, though?
Would
Delegates.
I know of any delegates?
Of the Mez.
You
I'm
can
assuming.
certainly roll an intelligence occult roll and see if you can. But the only one who can roll this is Caffeine, because you've been in the hedge for a while
Yep.
now, so you might have.
Would
picked up about
Streetwise
this.
work? I'm okay rolling only
Yeah,
one die.
Politics. Do you have that?
Wait. Yes, I do have politics.
All right, wits or intelligence in politics then.
Yep, I am a smarter person.
You got this. You got this.
9, 5, 5, 6, so 1 success.
1 success. Delegates. You're not entirely
I
sure.
think they delegate something.
That seems about right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
So how
roll.
about we look around for these 2 people that are. Wait, we don't know who stole this crown, do we?
Not
It's
specific.
just gone?
Maybe the
Yeah.
delegates are here for the crown.
So maybe we should look around for the crown, try not to draw more attention to ourselves, and all 4 of you get a look for that. Discreet, quiet,
I didn't
invisible.
I
Like
feel like
Jonas.
you're looking at me. I feel like you're looking at me a lot more than everybody else.
Looking at all of you at the same time.
Mm. Fine.
Let's find this. Let's find this thing and let's get the hell out of here.
That I agree with.
Okay.
You're about to leave or move on as suddenly a voice calls out, "You there! Stop! Stop for a
Oh,
moment."
Jesus.
And you hear the sounds of hooves approaching. And as you look over, you see that it's a man in a suit of armor. And immediately, you're hit by a sensation you haven't felt since the last time you met one of their kind. It's an overpowering urge to just kind of crawl out of your skin, like you're standing in front of someone who could just snuff your lights out like that. And the man gets down off his horse, and there's an overbearing stench. It's a stench of rotting meat. And he walks over to you, and you see, like, in the joints of his full plate, like, you can't see his face because he has the visor down. It's a very heavy piece of armor. You can see at the joints there's rust, and there's something oozing out of it, and a fly kind of zips out of the visor of his helmet, and he looks at you and says, "Who's in charge here? Which one of you are the leader?"
Hi, these are
Excellent.
my friends.
"I would like to purchase your friends. How much are they?"
Friends don't sell
Let's see.
friends.
Give me 1 second. I'm doing math here.
Of course.
Nova's gonna start coughing like she's sick and very weak.
Let's see here. Shipping and handling.
Come on.
I don't have all day.
Neither
Act
do I.
diseased.
I'm trying to
That
get
is
them
not a
to.
problem.
Let's see here. I'm sorry. I don't think I can sell them to you right now. I, in good consciousness, couldn't sell you defective products.
I offer you a fiefdom in exchange.
Yeah, my code of policy is that like I like to make sure everything's 100% pristine, shiny, well kept, and not coughing, because coughing is a defect.
He doesn't say or do anything for several moments, and you see a cockroach kind of skitter out of the visor down the armor. "Very well. Thank you for your time." And he returns to his horse, gets up, and rides away. And the air just kind of...
Ugh.
I turn around and I splutter. That was so foul. He was one of them.
Hey,
Yes.
thanks for not selling us.
Yes.
That was a real friend move.
You're a good friend.
I'm sorry
Now-
I tackled you earlier.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to name the one out of the 10,114 F word.
Okay, then we were both at fault.
Okay. Can we?
Let's find this crown.
Please?
Well, what's your guys'
Yeah.
idea?
If someone was selling something important, where would they sell it?
The Goblin Market.
Yeah, but
Is
we're
that
in
here?
It's further in. We're kind of like on the outskirts, like tent city, and then inside is like where people tailgate, and then inside there's like the main stage.
Okay, then I would assume it would be on the main stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
think
go
so.
there. Are there gonna be a lot of these guys? Like that guy just
No, the mares normally don't come here.
okay.
They're normally like they don't like it here.
All right. Well, let's
They say
go
it's too
see this
close.
market. Because if this was taken quite some time ago, like yesterday, I don't know how fast time goes faster outside. So we might still be on time, right? How does
Or
time
slower.
pass here?
Isn't it kind of fluid?
Slower here, yeah.
This all sounds like a wonderful concept that I have no idea.
Let's
Sorry,
go find this.
It's fine. Where do they sell it? We gotta go see it. We don't want someone else to buy it because it's ours. This crown is ours. We want it back.
Yeah. Main stage. That would be my guess, right? Center of the Goblin Market.
Caffeine.
Roads head that way anyway.
Yeah, Caffeine, you know that if anyone knows anything about what's being sold at the market right now, that would be your contact.
Yep. Oh, we can call. I have a friend here. He's really cool, really nice, likes my stock. We do business together. We can meet up with him if you'd like.
All right.
He normally stays around in the same place, which is really convenient for me, especially with like how apparently these woods are changing. It's like crazy.
Yay, let's go to the market.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a good starting place.
Make sure to have your accountability buddy.
All right.
It's not a
What's
bad
that?
idea.
It's like having the buddy system with accountability. It's accountability buddy.
Oh, okay. That makes
Okay.
sense.
Well, Nate and Tide,
All right.
because you guys are always in each other's crosshair. Oh no, there's not enough. I guess I'll Caffeine. You be my accountability.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Wait, no, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, he stays
To be fair,
back
he's
and
the most
talks to nothing. Yeah, he's got enough for all of us. He's got all of ours.
I've got an invisible friend that will be my accountability buddy.
Oh. It's okay. Things will be okay soon.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
I used to have imaginary friends in the past, too.
His name is Jonas.
Tell your friend Jonas I say hi.
Oh, he can hear you.
Ooh. Your
Jonas,
imaginary friend sounds cool.
He is pretty cool.
Jonas, how are you tackling this situation? Did you just keep it quiet? Oh, I don't hear you. Sorry, you're muted.
He really is an imaginary friend.
Oh, I forgot about the push to talk.
Jonas is really conflicted right now if he's gonna appear or not. He wants to get this done, and he feels like maybe he could push things to get going if he was actually here. And he isn't sure if he trusts Caffeine, but she didn't just sell them, so that's good. So I think my contract is only lasts for a scene anyway, so I think it will start maybe running out. So when Caffeine says tell Jonas hi, Jonas appears in front of her and puts out his hand. Hi, I'm Jonas.
It's the power of belief.
You have the same name as his imaginary friend.
That's true.
But that means there's still an odd number of us.
Wait, you can see him? You must be truly magic if you can see Jonas too.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been called magical before.
It's great. It's fantastic. How about that crown though?
Yes, let's go find the crown.
Okay, we'll go find my friend.
Oh
He
my
can help us
God.
find the crown. It's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
What's the name of your friend?
Amazing.
What's the name of your friend?
Oh, he goes by like a bunch of names. There's Big Tom, Little Tom, Small Tom, Friendly Tom. There's
Most
Michael,
of them contain
Michaela.
the words Tom or the name Tom.
No. He goes by a bunch of names. Keeps
Okay.
people off the trail.
Great. Lots of names.
There's Smith, Davenport, Coconut. That one was a nice one.
Okay. Yeah, let's go meet this friend of yours then.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go find Coconut.
Is he imaginary too,
Oh.
or
You guys never told me your names. Besides, I know that there's Jonas, Invisible Jonas.
I'm Tide.
Tide,
Nate.
Nate,
And Nova.
Nova.
Just call me old man.
Okay, just called you old man.
But why should she do that, Lars?
Ah.
Nova. I'm
Because
not-
Nova,
I'm not-
names have
I'm not-
power.
Do you remember the titles? The titles tip
Here,
we
either
got?
we're all in the same boat or we're not.
Oh, my name's not Caffeine.
That's great, but we're accountability buddies, so we'll talk about it.
I really want to get this thing done so we can get out of here now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You are not my accountability buddy.
She walks in front, takes Caffeine's hand. I know.
Hey, Joe.
Somewhere Matthew was like, yeah, I have full confidence that these people can handle the situation.
Bless you, Matthew. Someone doesn't.
You both broke rules one. Everyone broke
We
one.
broke all the rules. All the rules.
She does not want to be here. She'll break any rule.
It's fine. You passed your trials. You didn't pass them, but they were trials only. Now they're real deals showing up. You make your way to the market. Oh, sorry, Tide.
If it's any consolation, I have manipulation 1. Even if I said a name, it would have been so dumb, so that would not work.
My name is Tide with an I.
It's with an I.
And it's
Okay.
not
you have
even
to
tied
go.
at all, actually. It's something else entirely, not
She's
tied.
such a liar
Yeah,
all the time.
it's low tide. No, wait.
There we go. You make
We
your.
have to hold hands for this.
You have to
That's
hold
how
hands.
it works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay.
You hold hands and you walk the last little bit to the Goblin Market. I assume that Jonas and Lars don't hold hands.
Yeah, we do. Jonas does at least.
All right, so he's like,
Gives one look back from where we came from, longingly, with a red thread for Silas, and sighs to himself, and then just gets on with it.
so you head towards the market, and some of you have been here before. It hasn't changed much in some ways, but it has changed a lot in others. This place is a big cleared field, like an opening where people have actively chopped down trees and made a clearing out of it. It's huge. You can barely see the other ends of it. And there are roads, not actual roads, but clearings where there are not tents, buildings, stalls, carts. People have literally been parking wherever there's space. So the roads are not really straight. They're kind of narrow. Sometimes you have to go up on a second floor of a building to get across to go down on the other side. There's shouting, yelling. You see people selling all kinds of wares and also being all kinds of people. There's plenty of hobgoblin creatures. A lot of them are fairly similar to Stick and Trick, so identifying them would be kind of hard, but you're pretty sure you could manage if you had them lined up. There's people who have the body of a human but the head of a fish. There's people who have the body of a fish but the head of a human, and pretty much everything in between. Sometimes you see what you would assume be members of the fair folk based on the fact that they're followed by a small retinue and there's immediately clear space ahead of them. Like they can walk, and some of them buildings even move out of their way as they're walking around. And they're looking at wares and kind of pointing and talking with closer associates, favored servants perhaps. You see quite a large amount of changelings as well. Some of them in shackles, some of them there buying stuff for their masters, apparently trusted enough to do that. But it's a pretty grim reminder of the fate you left behind. And the worst of it is that you also spot a wooden platform where there's tied up people currently being sold to the highest bidder. Not too pleasant sight at the moment. For a moment you might be convinced to try to save them, and maybe you could save one of them for a little bit, but the place is so crowded, and right now, even more so than ever before, Caffeine, you know this, there are a lot of the gentry present at the moment. And as you're walking down this path, you arrive at the tent of your old friend, at some point called Coconut, at another point called Big Tom. And it's a humble little abode, but it's been here a long time. There's a sign outside saying Tom's Sundries, written in letters, but for someone who's learned spelling perhaps by being told how it looks more than actually learning it.
Yep, this is the place.
All right.
I'm still I'm silently fuming, just like looking back to the people being sold. Like, I go
Caffeine
there and save them.
Sorry, you go.
That was all.
Okay. Caffeine's gonna open the door, open it abruptly, and just go, "Who's ready for some caffeine?"
And I think that's a pretty good place to end tonight's session. It's already been 2 hours. That was very fast. Thank you very much for playing, everyone. And thank you, all of you who are watching. We love you. And we will pick up again next week, next Thursday. Very special thanks to Michelle Light for showing up and being Caffeine. We'd love to have you on next week as well. And
Pencil me in. Well, pen me in.
I will do. And next week we will see what name your friend has taken this time.
Pina colada, pina colada, pina colada.
That is a top contender right now.
Spoilers!
Well, it's a top contender. So, folks, hope you'll tune in next Thursday, same time, same place, 4:00 p.m. Eastern. And until then, take care. We love you. Morph.
Till then, woof.
Mork.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.